When it's nesting time for birds along the Texas coast, it's time for humans to keep their distance and be careful not to disturb them.
If you see a group of birds on an island in anywhere between, say, March and August, and they're acting kind of conspicuously, they're probably nesting. And if all of a sudden you see a whole bunch of birds getting up and flying off, then you've already gotten a little bit too close.
This is a critical period in the life cycle of the birds.
When people get a little bit too close to nesting birds, that can have some pretty catastrophic effects on the nesting success of the bird. Getting too close can actually cause a panic reaction and scatter birds. When they move from the nest, they're actually leaving those eggs and chicks completely exposed. And when birds are chicks, they can't thermoregulate very well at all, so they rapidly overheat. And the eggs, of course, can't thermoregulate at all. In this hot Texas heat, in the middle of nesting season, getting birds off of eggs and chicks for just a couple minutes can result in death or cooking of the egg. They say you can cook an egg on the sidewalk, basically cooking egg on the islands.
These rookery islands are easy to spot. Boaters and anglers need to be aware of their actions and yield plenty of space to the birds.
You want to make sure you give them a comfortable distance. Recognize that they're there. If birds are reacting to your presence, you're too close and you need to move back a little bit. The best advice I could give is to be aware of your surroundings, to take into account that wildlife is depending on these particular sites. They're basically there to raise a family. They're trying to accomplish raising young all the way up till those young can fledge. So they're vulnerable throughout that entire time.
This is Lee Smith with Texas Parks and Wildlife, reminding you that life's better outside.